Hey everybody, Dave here. Today I'm doing some more C# practice. Last time I did Meetup, which dealt with date times, and I did just the worst explanation ever. I don't want to talk about it. Today we're going to be doing an exercise called Resistor Color Duo. I know you can't see it here, but it's marked as easy. It's because I've already clicked into it. So let's go ahead and click into Resistor Color Duo. Yep, see, marked as easy. There's a bunch of instructions here, but I don't personally care about the background to the problem. It basically says, given these strings and numbers, so colors and numbers, I'm supposed to receive some kind of input like brown, green, and I should return 15 because brown is 1 and green is 5. So I should return 1, 5, 15. I want to call out in advance, though, that I'm unsure what's going to happen if black is the first color. Maybe that's not a valid like resistor or whatever input, but if it were black, brown, red, then I would expect to return 0, 1, 2. But as you can see when we go into the editor, the return type is an integer. So I'm not sure how I would return 0, 1, 2. It remains to be seen if I'm actually misunderstanding the purpose of the exercise or how this is supposed to be done. But let's go ahead and jump into it, see if I can make this happen. Our input is a string array, and then I'm just going to go with, I thought about this a little bit. I'm going to split this string first, then loop over the array and replace the colors with the numbers and return the output. I know that I need to return an integer, but I know also that we actually need to get each color, and then we need to concatenate several numbers together, then convert that into or cast that to an integer. So my output is initially going to be a string. So let's use a string builder class. System.text string builder SB for string builder equals new string builder. And then at the end, I'm going to return SB.toString, and then we're going to cast this to an integer. So I think we can just do like int to cast it. You know, as long as our value is valid as an integer, then it shouldn't cause any errors there. Because of this input having hyphens between each color, I can probably split on that hyphen. I'm going to say I might get this syntax wrong, and so I might have to look it up, but let's just try it without looking first. I'm going to go ahead and type out my for each. I know that I'm going to want to loop over something, so we're going to do a for each string for each color in. And then I want to split these colors. So colors.split. I think that this will work. We'll see afterward whether or not this is correct or not. And then I want to do something with this. I know I want to append to my string builder something each time. And this is the part where I need to basically convert the string color that we're on right now into a number. And that's where I was trying to use an enum, but I wasn't sure how to make the string match up to one of the enum values, and I think it is possible, but maybe that wasn't really intended. So for now, what I'm going to do is something simple. We'll make a static class to return the color or the number that I need. So this is going to be like private static get color num, and the input will be a string color. Oh, I didn't put the type. The output will be of type integer, and then I think we can just do like a switch. So switch color in the case, and then we'll just do like each of these actually. I'll just put case before each of these. When we call this method, we will do to lower. So let's actually do that now. So get color num color dot to lower, and we'll deal with it in lowercase. But when it returns, what it will return is an integer right here. And then back to here, what we need to do is, in the case that it is equal to black, return 0, brown, return 1. I'm going to have to come back up and edit each of these. Okay, for each of these, I'm just going to put a return. I think that I can put it on the same line. I would assume that C# doesn't care. So I'll put return and then a semicolon after each one. And then we need a default. So we'll do like default return -1 because that should be invalid. And then, that probably means that we need a validation here. So I think what we can do is go int num equals get color num. We will go color dot to lower, oops, here, put it into this integer, and then we'll check to see if num is less than 0, row, new argument, exception, or invalid color. And then if it's not, then we will append num to the string. And at the end, we will return the string builder dot toString and then cast it to an integer. At least I think that this occurs after the toString. That would make sense. This probably needs, actually, because this is a function call, not a property. And this might look good. I'm just going to look over my logic to make sure it looks correct to me, and it's time to test it. We received the following error when you ran your code. Resistor Color Duo does not contain a definition for split. Oh, I think I misunderstood the point. I didn't even pay attention to this as a string array, not a string. And so I was trying to split it like it was a string into an array. So I'm actually a little confused now. Why would it pass me a string array? It's not legitimately just giving me the already split up colors, is it? Like if I just changed this to just point to the colors, let's just take the split out. Because I assume, right, that's the only thing that was treating this like it was a string input. So let's just see. Cannot convert type string to int. I mean, I think you can. Probably just can't do it like this. You probably have to do more explicit or something. So we'll do like convert.toInt32. I thought about doing that to begin with. Okay, 6 tests passed and 1 not. I guess it legit was that easy. I was making it more complicated than it needed to be. The instructions say right here that this input, brown, green, but I guess they were just putting a hyphen here to say, for example, if you had this color, then this color, and they were using hyphen as their separator, but they weren't even providing that as the input. I should have seen that when I saw string array. Part of my brain went, oh, it's going to pass me multiple things I should return at once. But in that case, I should have had to return an integer array to match up to each of these. I should have seen that from the start. That was 100% just lazy reading on my part. Why am I so bad at that? Anyway, so we have our results. Almost all of them passed. One of them probably just something simple. So what it expected was 51 and it got 513. Green, brown, orange. Green is 5, brown is 1, and orange is 3. Oh, ignore additional colors. I don't understand why I can't read instructions. And we could change this to a for loop to make sure that it never goes above 2. So I guess let's change that. For int I equals 0, I less than 2, because it should only go 0, 1, I plus plus. And then if it gets to be less than that, just ignores the rest. So now I should just be able to run it and it works, right? Oh, I got to delete this because we don't need the for each anymore. And, oh, no, I'm dumb. I actually need to use get color. I need color I. So like the index in the array right here. And that's all I need. Color does not exist. Right, because I did a for each loop to create the string, which means that this actually needs to come out of colors to point to the array. Okay. All right, we finally finished the exercise. Look, I feel real stupid every time I record these videos. I don't really care that much, but it's still like, I'd like to succeed. You know, it's not like I don't desire to do this correctly each time. I swear, it's not like it's for the sake of content. I don't expect anybody to watch these videos. So if you're watching this right now, it's kind of shocking to me. So like, I'm not doing it for the sake of like, oh, look how crazy it is. I just actually am bad at this. Let's go ahead and submit this. I'm going to continue without waiting. And scroll down here, do my, well, wherever the button is, mark as complete. And what I want to see is okay, arrays. So it's just arrays. And I think we did it amazingly. If you skipped to this part of the video just to see how it turned out, I promise. The rest of the video is not full of me making silly mistakes. I actually did everything perfectly the first time. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time when we go to, actually, the next exercise will be about Resistor Color Trio, I think. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.